Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and today it's going to be my first time watching, listening and reacting to a girl group that has been requested a lot, and yeah, I've been excited to check out for quite a while now. It's my first time watching, listening and reacting to the already disbanded but surely impact making group Aizwan and their debut music video Labianrose. And yeah, this has been a long time coming. Many people have asked to me to finally check them out, and yeah, it's finally time. And yeah, obviously a few things to say beforehand. Aizwan was a survival show girl group that only lasted I think 2 years or so. By default, you know, it was clear from the beginning that they would only last as long as the contract was done beforehand, and people were upset about it because they wanted to keep them, to stand them together and everything, but you know, it was slated from the beginning that they wouldn't be a lasting group. So it was basically a, you know, interlude project for everyone involved before they would do other stuff. And we've already seen some of some of that other stuff from 6 of the other members. I've already listened to Lee Cheon with her fiction performance stage. We have seen Wonjung and Yuchin in IVE, which I can by the way say absolutely been addicted with 11. Can't wait to see more of these two especially. And now just a few days ago when we had checked out the solo debuts of Kwon Eunbi, Yujuri, and with Yena. They were all also pretty damn good. So I've already listened and heard half of the group basically. We're now going to listen to the other half with the first impression on the group entirely. And two critique points before we start. Number one, no subtitles for whatever reason. God damn it. Number two, even though I don't want to talk about it too much, mention it all the time, not a big fan of them debuting so early. You know, I always talk about it, just not a big fan of literal kids and teenagers being thrown into the grueling K-pop world, because trust me, there's stuff going on social media that many people are missing and probably is better that way. It's really pathetic, and yeah, it's kind of irresponsible, in my opinion, from these companies to always have these kids debut at such a young age, because it brings me to the other point, actually, which I find quite fun. It's funny in some way here, but like, what I realized here is the age difference between the magnate, the leader, or the uni, is insane, you know? Wonjung was, or is the magnate here for Aizwan, and she was 14 here. Funnily enough, she turned 14 literally 2 months before this or so. Which Jesus Christ, you know, that's insane. And Kwon Eunbi was 23. And he's 26 right now. There is an age difference of 9 years between the magnate and the uni. Holy moly. Has it ever happened before? Is that a record? Like the biggest age difference between members in a group? Like, or I don't know, you know, I'm not that well into K-pop still to know everybody and everything from every era and generation and whatnot. So tell me about that. That's crazy, honestly. You know, like Wonjung is 17 right now. Kwon Eunbi is 26 at the moment, which I did not expect, by the way. I would have guessed her to 22 or something like that. That's crazy, and already makes me go, whoo. It's going to be interesting, you know, because what will the concept be like, you know? I think a good portion of them were underage still at that point. Some of them were above that already. So what concept will they go for? What concept can suit such age difference, you know? I'm excited to find it out because I've only heard positive things. They have huge views, and I think this is it. I think 157 million views or so. They are million sellers as well, so there must be something behind it. I've already seen the quality of half the members, so let's stop the talking. Let's start reacting. My first time listening, watching, and reacting to Aizwan and their debut music video, Labianrose. Let's check it out. 4-minute intro again. What is necessary? Also, obviously, 12 members is a huge dynamic. HD though. Okay. Very poppy, fresh sounds. Cheon. Jaehyun has such a remarkable face. It's like Chaeryeong. Ooh. Oh, this is the pre-chorus, okay. Oh. Oh, I really like Chaeyeon's voice, but okay. The pre-chorus was so flourished and full. Chorus was a bit more emptier. It sounded great. Ooh. Oh, is that Yena? I think that's Yena, right? Oh, but I love the section. Great pacing here. The energy's great. Gives this refreshing summer vibes. Oh, but this pre-chorus. Okay. Very little lyrics in the chorus, but those sound gorgeous. Very soothing vocal tone. Goodness gracious, like Boonjung looks obviously so young here, my lord. Woo! Oh, but these powerful sections here with the more louder layer in the beat is awesome. Singing outfit too. Woo! Oh, that's Sujin, right? After trying to distinguish everybody, but with 12 people, pretty hard to do. Ooh. Alright. Aizwon, Labianroze. First thing I can definitely say is that I'm really digging the concept. I think it's definitely suiting for the age range we have in this group, which is, like mentioned, nearly a decade, you know? Okay, first things first. I was obviously not able to identify everybody, you know, like even everyone I've listened to already, you know. I think I was able to tell Chaeyeon, Yena, Bonjung, and Yujin. I think that's it though. Like mentioned, 12 members is a huge dynamic I've mentioned during my Luna reaction too. Obviously, always very hard to showcase everyone equally or to just showcase everybody in a good way with so many members. You know, that's why I usually prefer more smaller groups like 4 to 7 or so. That usually works a bit better here. But dynamic isn't actually that important because I generally think that this song just works entirely all the way through. You know, there's no big switch up anytime in between in the vocal tone besides the rap section, which I think was Yena. So it sounded great, whoever it was. You know, like I think they definitely had a similar vocal tone here and there, which made it, if you don't know who is who, you may be like, you know, you won't even distinguish at first that we actually had someone else singing there at that point. But that's okay. You know, we have that in HIF2 and some other groups as well. That's normal. That all aside, so concept is great. Dynamic was great too. The sound of this is really refreshing. There's something just very fresh too. Just very fresh pop sound, you know. It's obviously the more known type of direction, you know, a bit more bright, a bit more somewhat energetic with good pacing, but not too bright or not too screechy, if you know what I mean, you know. Very relaxing and soothing, if not even elegant type of tone in the delivery, which I really enjoyed. You know, it gave up such a, like mentioned, Very calming vibe, and that actually kind of already carries over into IVE, I'd say. Like mentioned, I've listened to 11 a lot over the past few days, especially. I really enjoyed their debut, and that song is also so great to sing along because the vocal tone in there is just it's such a good height. It's not too powerful to know where the entire song is just generally a bit more leaned back in the vocal department, not too crazy in the vocals, but it's also not too chill, not too soft, not too slow or anything. It has such a great range of power involved here in both the beat and in the vocal tone. And I think this would be such a great song to sing along. I think that's definitely a key of this song, which may be the reason why they went as popular as they did, because the songs may be great to sing along, it's just great to vibe with, because they just have that type of range. That's at least the first impression that I'm having. That this would be a great song on sing-alongs, which is always a huge factor. Let's go to a bit more into detail. Visually, actually quite a simple music video production. It wasn't any big explosive type of landscapes or anything like that. We have a more closed studio type of filming here, the editing and everything. Rather simple locations as well. Rather minimalistic. At some points even like, just a one color background with only the member in between it or so. So a rather simple music video, which works for me. The choreo was fun, nothing too crazy either, but like mentioned, worked pretty well because the song just isn't that explosive that it would require such an explosive choreo. So red outfits are awesome, really digging that. Everybody looked great too, but like mentioned, that one shot there of Wunju, my lord, like it really shows. Goodness gracious, like she matured so much in these 3 years already. Like she looks night and day compared to 11, my lord. Like mentioned, the sound of the song is very refreshing. It has such an elegance to it, which I really enjoy. And the chorus is actually at first would feel empty. It's majority instrumental chorus because it just doesn't feature that many lyrics. But the lyrics we have in there are so soothing. They're so smooth. They're so on point. And generally, like mentioned, the vocal tone is really good. And that makes the beat changes that much more noticeable and that much more it's just way more highlighted that way, because the pre-chorus especially is fantastic because it just builds up this tension so much into this more leaned and cooled down chorus stop then, not disappointing either, because expect after this pre-chorus to get a very hype explosive chorus, but instead get welcomed with this more elegant type of sound, which I think works here. In some cases a chorus like that can be disappointing after such pre-chorus because you expect something really crazy and then you get something more more chill, but it works perfectly here. But then we have like true summer bop like sections where it really goes more energetic in the pacing and everything, while they stay in there more in the same register, and it works really well. It works really, really well, and I think this will be a song I really enjoy re-listening to. That's why we're diving into it again. Like mentioned, I would have loved to be able to know what is being sung about. Why we know it's subtitled, no idea, but I'm thinking the background vocals we have in there / the ad-libs in there are really cool. We have this, the beat is actually, the beat here is actually quite layered, we actually have a lot of different elements going on, We have some plastic drums, we have a good bass, we have some more softer strings, a bit of snaps, I'd say too. We have a lot going on. It's actually a lot going on, but it doesn't feel like it, And we have such layered sounds in such a very comfortable pacing. It works so well for them. The voices are so suited for this sound, where I can just say again, they did a great job in the production. They really knew how to showcase the voices here. And I think it's clear that many of the voices here will sound very different in a few years forward, given that they debuted at such a young age, because I think the voices will change still at that point. Like, not 100% sure here, but normally it should happen. Like, my voice, the comparison to my voice at 14 and now is day and night, you know what I mean? but it's such a calm opening. It's like mentioned, it has something so refreshing to it, and it's like mentioned more of a generic sound. There's obviously nothing new. It's nothing new, at least in the typical sound or the general sound, but still has something so refreshing to it, which is good. And then the first more energetic section here. Chaeyeon, like mentioned, can definitely. Chaeyeon and both Chaeyeon really have such a unique visual. Like, you need to see them once beforehand, and as soon as it will come up in a music video, you will tell them. It's crazy. In a good way. Such a unique face. And then the pre-chorus. We go more powerful in the delivery. Very epic and big sounding bass and drums. We increase the tempo, and instead of continuing that energy, the top line here is also gorgeous. It's such an unexpected but awesome chorus. It works so well, which, like mentioned, isn't always the case. Having such a big explosive pre-chorus that builds or like rises so much rises the energy in such level and then cools it down again. It doesn't work always, but it works perfectly here. This song has such a great combination of so many different sound aspects, to very cooling and refreshing, to already straight up like summer club type of song, to explosive pre-chorus, and then relaxed and elegant sounding instrumental chorus with some gorgeous vocals to it. Amazing. Seriously. Like, nothing I can criticize with it, Nothing I can pinpoint out negatively. And now Yena, right? Is that Yena? I think so. She's the main rebel, and also would make sense that she had that section here. But then again, this second section in the verses is awesome. This section is so good. The way we transitioned over from this, here in this case, more chill rap, but we said some cool sass in the vocal delivery, but it was especially noticeable in the first verse. But it sounds so good. Tempo is still normal, but still very notable then. The verses are a highlight. This debut is incredible. We keep the energy up and increase it while having, more slower but powerful bass section here. This is amazing. Like, seriously. There's nothing in this song that feels off or not enjoyable. And here, cooling it down a lot, taking out the bass too, just soft sound elements right now. Then we put it back with the group shouty section. La la la. That's Konomi, right? Like mentioned, they're trying to tell everyone apart, but now here, the chorus with more additional vocals here and there. This chorus is a vibe. Then this final section as an outro basically, that we have nowhere else in the song. which is always great because it's a highlight and one of the kind thing in the song. This may arguably be one of the best debut songs I can remember. Because it, like mentioned, just perfectly shows off the talents we have in this group. You know, like mentioned, the choreo, I can't really talk much about the choreo here, and I will be honest with that. The choreo is never as important to me as the song aspects. You know, it's basically always just bonus for me, you know. A cool, sick choreo is always just bonus for me. So, you know, the choreo here is fine. You know, nothing too crazy here right now. But sound and song-wise, this is truly a perfect debut. It's a perfect debut. And it's such a perfect sound choice too. Because like mentioned, if I look back at other debuts, I would definitely call them great and everything, but no song where I would go, oh my goodness, one of the best things I've ever heard, you know? I mean, okay, I've 11 as example was an insane debut song, I can say it like that, and this just carries over here, you know? Like even I look at some of the other groups I stand, the debut songs are, many of them are not as good as some of their later releases. Maybe they will be the case here too, which I would definitely enjoy. But like, damn, this is a perfect debut. Seriously, the sound is awesome. Everything in the song is a highlight, basically. You know, with the intro section, the verses are a highlight. Because, like mentioned, this full-on summer pop section there after the more calmer first half of the verse is incredible. You know, where we increase the tempo at first and then cool a bit more down again before we then get this incredible pre-chorus and then this unexpected but perfectly working chorus. The bridge is great. The rap section in the middle was great. It didn't feel off as well, you know, because in such sound environment, you know, a rap section can feel off for some people. I think it fits in perfectly. The bridge segment great. The final chorus is great with some additional vocals, a little outro section too. Aizwon's Labianrose is an absolute perfect debut. Absolutely perfect. And that definitely makes it, like mentioned, one of the best debuts of the past 2 years, I'd say. Like when I look back at some other debuts, like mentioned, Interstellar Dalla is insane. Twice Like Ooh is okay. Definitely not one of their best songs, but still enjoyable and everything. But like Blackpink Boomerang and Whistle were obviously awesome, all that kind of stuff. You Get to Chase Me, whatnot. But I feel like Labianrose just so perfectly showed off everybody. And I think when I look at some of the groups I mentioned now, later songs just do it even better, you know? Like mentioned, maybe this will be the case here too. You know, I can't judge that yet, but I can already tell you so much. We will be checking out other Aizwon music videos in the future as well. But Labianrose just does everything right. It just does everything right so much. Like mentioned, music video is okay, nothing too crazy. It's definitely a debut that shines sonically. Visually, it's okay. You know, both the choreo and the music video is, you know, didn't flash me. But sound-wise, incredible. And already kind of shows me why this group was as hyped as they were. Aizwon's Labianrose, a perfect debut, literally flawless in the sound. The song, everything in it is a highlight. Nothing feels off. You know, I can't like mention judge it, how the line distribution is and whatnot, but in the 12-member group, their dynamic there's just always difficult to work with. So what I heard here right now was incredible, was perfect, extremely enjoyable. It makes me so excited for what else they had in store in the upcoming or in the future years. I had so much fun with this. I enjoyed this a lot, and I hope you enjoyed my reaction. If you did, gladly leave a like down below to show me that you did. What are your thoughts on Aizwon's debut music video, Labianrose? Tell me all your thoughts about it down below in the comments. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, then you can gladly leave a sub as well, or support my Patreon. It would help me a lot. Like mentioned, we will be checking out more of Aizwon. We will be doing 2 catching up on Aizwons in the near future, or just next few months or so. There are 8 more other big music video releases. I think I will be excluding the Universe music one, because those have always been a bit, I don't know, maybe I will do it as extra, who knows. But they have 8 more releases, 4 of them being Japanese, 4 of those being Korean. Which means we'll be doing 1 catching up on Aizwon with the 4 Japanese releases, and then the catching up on Aizwon with the 4 Korean releases. that's the plan for now. Maybe I will then also say, okay, maybe we'll do the albums later down the road as well, because like mentioned, this is an incredible first impression. Can't wait to see what other concepts or sound styles and whatnot they did in their future content. And yeah, otherwise, for whatever content you may be interested in, for whatever content you may want to in for, I'll be seeing you again soon on this channel. Stay safe, happy and happy, have a great time, have a great week, and see you again soon with more Aizwon or K-pop reactions. Thanks for watching.